Hi, I'm Andy Mann and I'm here at the CloudEXPO Silicon Valley 2016 in CloudEXPO West. I'm here today with Tim Evavold of Covisint. Now, Tim, tell me a little bit about Covisint and what you do.
Covisint is a technology company, and it has been purpose-built to be able to bring people, things, and applications to work together, right? And if you think about IoT, that's the definition. Right? You have all this disparate things that need to talk to applications, and those applications need to be relevant to people. So in order to do that, you need to be able to know who, what, and where things can talk, so you have to have that identity and security relationship. You also have to have complex data integration and orchestration, as well as rules and processing, and that's all in one platform enabling to today's IoT ecosystems.
Now that sounds like a fairly hot market. I know security is something that a lot of our viewers will be interested in. And recently we had incidents of the IoT getting involved. I mean, did you get owned by a fridge or by a toaster? This is a concern. And the connected car, we hear a lot about the potential penetration into the connected car. I've seen demos where people have actually taken control of cars on the road. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing there. How are you going to protect people, especially as we start to look at these autonomous vehicles?
Right. Well, the key to success in securing the vehicle is to recognize where the threats are and be able to manage those threats. And the key is if you know this is the right place for something to happen, this is the right time, this is the right thing, and this is the right person. Now, if all four of those are passing the test, now it's very highly likely that it's a good transaction instead of a hack. Then you put on the rest of the best practices of encryption and devices like that.
Interesting. So it sounds like you're bringing algorithmic processing to the IoT security space too. Is that right?
That's right. So you need to focus more than just managing access. You really need to drive authorization. So you might even be a good person, might be allowed to do this, but maybe at this point in time or at this speed or at this location, shouldn't really do that right now. Come back another time and do it.
Oh, interesting. I might be a good person. We'll see about that.
I'm just getting to know you, so I just don't know.
Fair enough, too. Hey, look, trust but verify.
That's right.
So tell me what you're doing, Tim, here at CloudEXPO. Were you speaking? Are you attending sessions? What are you doing here?
I spoke at a session yesterday, and it was talking about the keys to success in to make these new mobility models and multimodal transportation successful.
Oh, interesting. And did you catch up with some of the attendees afterwards? Did you talk to anyone about what you're doing?
Yeah, it was a really good session, and I had a lot of questions afterwards and a lot of good discussion. In the automotive space, GM, OnStar, and Hyundai BlueLink are two of our biggest connected car implementations, and then working with other companies to expand with their innovative ride share and fractional ownership type models.
Oh, brilliant. That sounds useful. Now, for Covisint, obviously some of the car manufacturers are important to you. What other sorts of customers do you work with?
Well, we work throughout the IoT and the automotive ecosystem, and then so content providers, service providers that work into the automotive construct work a lot with the dealers and then the partners that are supporting the dealers to be able to drive better customer experience and ease of use for the vehicles and management.
Oh, cool. Now, I understand that one of your execs is also speaking here at the IoT World.
Yes.
Tell me about that session.
Yeah, Dave Miller, our Chief Security Officer, is speaking today and going to be talking about identity management and IoT.
No, that's a hot topic, right? Because, typically when you think about connected devices, like I don't log into my refrigerator, I don't log into my car, I have a fob, I have my own fob. How does the identity management work in the space of IoT?
Well, it's actually not working. That's why you have some of these problems.
Yep.
So one of the things that we do at Covisint is we look at the world differently. We don't just think of identities as people. Everything that interacts with each other is an identity. So we give identities to people, to the vehicle, to the head unit, to the telematics unit, to the application, the developer of the application, and as those identities come together, they create nodes. Those nodes then can be used for access, authentication, and then treatment. So now I can actually truly observe who's doing what, where they're doing it, when they're doing it. So now I can feed all of those proactive and predictive analytics engines that are out there to be able to do better services and better capabilities.
Fantastic. So when my nephew comes and borrows my car, finally I'll be able to actually know what he's done versus what I did the day before.
Exactly. And what happens is you can lend your key to your nephew, and he can try pairing his phone to the car or try to use your services. Obviously, it'll be denied, but it will send you a text that says, hey, Anthony would like to use your service. Do you allow? And you say yes. And if you say yes, it sets him up as a secondary driver with the rights and privileges that you've granted him.
Ah, interesting. I tell you what.
You can get notifications and all of that good stuff too.
That sounds fantastic. I am not lending my nephew my car, but if I do, you've got to know I'm calling on Covizant to help me out.
Sounds good.
Hey, Tim, it's been good to talk to you. Live from CloudEXPO 2016 in Silicon Valley. This is Andy Mann, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.